Oh, so we're off for a wild camp somewhere where I do not know. Parked in Edale under the railway bridge, just over the stream, and now I've got to find somewhere to camp. Plan was for one of my friends to come down from Leeds, where we're going to meet at the Nag's Head and go from there. But he had a dodgy pizza last night and is getting very familiar with the toilet, so I think I'll head in this direction and see where it takes us. Found my way to the place where me and my brother found last year when we did a walk and camped at Grinslow Knoll. Perfect little place for a camp. It is sort of in the grounds of a campsite, which is just over there. But I mean, you can get a number of tents down here. Perfect stream running by. Obviously in the summer, midges everywhere, so probably not so good. Little spot over there as well, just to get a campfire going. And I believe the footpath runs just sort of along this ridge here, just along there, up into the valley where obviously the stream is coming from as well. So I think I'm going to keep this place here as a reserve, possibly just sort of over here somewhere, and I'm going to keep walking up into that valley. I think I'll just fill my water bottle up though, because I've not bought any water with me, which is probably a bit stupid. I bought a bottle of beer, of course, but yeah, I'll just fill up and make my way on. Right, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'll probably carry on walking in this direction, follow the path up here and just have a quick look to see if there is actually anywhere worth camping. Compared to the last spot that I picked out, it's nice and sheltered. It has forecast 70-mile-an-hour gusts tomorrow morning and a bit of rain and a bit of snow. So at least where I pointed out before, there's a bit of shelter, a bit of wood to get a fire going possibly. I can get a tarp up. It's starting to look a bit more kinder-ish going this way. A lot of heather, not much trees. So I think I'll carry on walking, have a look, and then if not, I'll head back down the way I came and possibly pitch up somewhere down there. May well even be the case that I head back to the car and drive up to the top of Mam Tor, which is sort of over this way, just sort of over that way somewhere, and just pitch up there somewhere for the night. But there again, the winds are coming across the valley this way. It's not going to be too nice in the morning and probably through the night as well. Obviously the winds will probably, well, hopefully drop down a bit in the night time. But we never know. It's the Peak District, it's England, you never know what the weather's going to do. Right, I'll check in with you again soon. Right then, so yet again I've changed my mind. I am now heading back towards the way I came, but on slightly higher line. I'm heading back to some woods. Originally I was going to go sort of back up there, but I suppose that's one of the joys of wild camping. You don't really have a set destination. Sort of head somewhere and then just pitch up where you can. There's been a few times in the past where me and my brother have been walking in the Lake District. A couple of times where we've miscalculated the time it would take us to get to a peak, particularly Harterfell, which we did in November. Put a couple of pictures on of that. And we've literally got there as it's night time, got the tents pitched up, didn't take any water, or if we did we took very little. Hadn't been raining much that time as well, and it was just managed to find a couple of tiny little puddles to get the water filters out, get enough water through the night. We usually take some whiskey with us as well, you know, to toast our journey. A new peak done and another wild camp done. I think my brother didn't have any that time. I think I probably had a couple of doubles. And I had a migraine from hell. Never had a migraine before, and that was just bizarre. Actually started happening as we got to the top of the peak, because we were sort of in a bit of a hurry as we knew the light was fading. Started to see what I kept thinking were camera flashes off the corner of my eyes. Just thought it was my brother taking photographs, because we'd sort of separated at the top to try and find a decent pitch site. Anyway, I did get a bit of water earlier for this one out of the stream, which is sort of down there in that direction. I'm heading in this direction back towards sort of round the side of Grindslow Knoll, and yeah, we'll see. I've got everything I need: my tent, tarp, food, nice warm sleeping bag, my thermarest mat, my down jacket. I've got everything I need. I ain't no Bear Grylls. Won't be rubbing mud all over myself to keep myself warm, or eating worms, or drinking my own urine. Do have a bottle of Guinness porter though, which I'm sure will go down quite nice tonight. Right then, for some reason I found myself heading back down towards Edale and the old Nag's Head campsite, pub. I suppose yep, strangely drawn to it. Wonder why that is. To be honest, actually, I don't really fancy being up on the hills, which is where I'm starting to head anyway, so heading back down into the valley, a bit more shelter from the wind tomorrow, and then I can just take a steady walk back along this path to the car and head off home. So I've just come out of the Nag's Head thinking, shall I pitch in this campsite, which, you know, full of people in their metal boxes, not full, but, you know, just feel like it's a bit of a cop-out, to be honest. So two options now are well, I'm going to head back to the car anyway. Depending on how light it is when I get there, I'm either going to drive up to the top of the road that was on the video from earlier, the road that goes through sort of Mam Tor and the Great Ridge. I'll head, oh, can't go out this way. Right, yes, I'm going to head that way and either stop at the top there, or I'll carry on driving and go home, which will be a lovely treat for the missus, I'm sure. But I don't know, as I navigate this barbed wire fence. Oh, go on. Almost lost a pair then. Right, I believe this road takes me back to the car, even though it doesn't really look like a footpath. I think the best thing to do is to head back to the car and go from there. Really trying to get a wriggle on now, because as you can see, or hopefully you can see, the light is fading fast. About another half a mile, I think, to the car. And then I've got to dash back up the hill and then park it, get out, pitch up. So, I did see a tent somewhere along here, and I was not too far from that, so hopefully back at the car soon. Here's hoping. Right, so this is where I'm going to pitch. Got in the car, made it back up to Mam Tor, which is just there. Some of the stars are out, I don't know if you can see them, you probably can't actually in this light. I'm just going to go and pitch right about here, methinks. Try and get out of the wind a little bit. I'll speak again when I'm pitched up. Well, there we go. I am now pitched just sort of off the peak of Mam Tor. The car's literally a couple hundred yards away, so sort of wild camping, not, you know, not wild camping, but there we go. I've got some quality pasta bolognese thing that I bought from one of the local shops. I'm sure it'll taste foul, but I don't care, it's warm. So yes, I made it and got pitched up. As soon as I got the tent pitched up, I've just phoned the wife. I've miraculously got a signal up here and just told her that I am pitched and not dead. And as soon as I looked outside, I just saw a huge shooting star breaking up in the atmosphere right in front of me, which was very nice. I don't know if you can see, but sort of down there you can just see a few lights. That is Edale down there, just over there. And this is me in my tent, if you can see me without the suit on. I'll give you a little tour around the tent a little bit later on, but there's my sleeping bag, and I've just literally thrown everything else in there so I can sort them out a bit later. I just wanted to get the food on the go. So yeah, I know you're supposed to put your stoves on top of a stone just to stop, well, just to not set all the grass on fire, but to be honest I didn't have time to find one, and it's quite wet anyway. It was raining quite heavy today, and there's still quite a bit of snow. Well, not quite a bit of snow, but there's some fair chunks of snow just off to my right as well. So, get the food on the go, just chill for a bit. I've got a trail magazine I can read, and hopefully have quite a peaceful night. Right then, so I'll show you what gear I'm rocking. Bracer, as you can see them, because obviously I have my Bracier super light boots, which I've worn for a couple of years now. Fantastic boots. I just have a cheapo high gear stove. My Rab gaiters. What else have we got? I have the Sawyer water filter, which I keep in a bag, obviously, just to keep everything nice and dry. Just some cheapo light thing I got from Go Outdoors, I think. My little Rab hat, which I'll be putting on in a bit. My brilliant, couldn't live without, Rab microlight down jacket. Folds up into its own pocket. Handy for storage. What else have we got? Got this little travel pillow thing that I bought the other day. A luxury item. I have my Van Gogh. I can't remember what the make of this bag is. Or is it? I can't remember what the name of it is anyway. Oh, there we go. Van Gogh Ultra Light. There we go. Van Gogh Ultra Light. I think it goes down to about -5. I did sleep in it in the winter last year at Angle Tarn. Quite warm. And the last time I went camping at Heart of Fell in the Lake District, I took my Rab down sleeping bag and put it inside it and double bagged, as it were. I've also got my Thermarest mat, which is very, very warm. It kicks off the heat. Lovely. And I am wearing a Van Gogh Blade 200 tent. That's about it. I mainly wear Rab. Pretty much sponsored by Rab, or I might as well be. Everything that I wear, I do like them. You pay your money for them, but it's well worth it. Never had any problems with anything that I've had off theirs. Right. Not sure what time it is. Can't be bothered to switch my phone on. It's quite late. It's freezing. Still, it's quiet. You can hear the train still going by in Edale Valley. Obviously the mist coming off the map. I stupidly must have dropped my water in the car because I was in such a hurry to get up and pitched, obviously. So I just boiled up the bottle of Guinness that I had. I had to do it in my metal cup as well, and then obviously the cup was boiling, so I put my gloves on and picked it up, and it melted the gloves. Oh, lovely! Where are we? Lovely sealskin gloves, but melted. Oh well, you'll learn. Right. Hopefully, the wind does seem to have died down quite a bit. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Hopefully the rain will hold off. I don't plan on hanging around tomorrow. I did bring some oatcakes with me to have for breakfast. I think as soon as I wake up and it's light, I'll probably just get out, pack, head home. Yeah, sounds like a plan to me. See you in the morning. Right then, plan is I've just woken up. It's 6 in the morning, just before. Got frost in the tent. You can see it down there. The wind is buckling the tent now, so I'm literally just gonna get packed, get in the car, and go home. Let me home. Right, let's just go and have a quick look outside then, see what the weather's doing before I pack up. Pretty cold, so let's have a nosy. Whee! Yeah, the frost going in there. A little bit windy. A little bit of frost on the tent. That's not mine, even though any bells. Quite a bit of frost on there. I'm fully packed up. Well, apart from the tent obviously. And that's it, I'm going home, I'm too cold.